Echoes in the void. Dr. Maya Chen stared out into the infinite tapestry of stars as the Aurora sped silently through the void. A slender spear of human ingenuity carving its way into the darkness. In that boundless expanse, every point of light was a reminder of ancient histories and cosmic mysteries, and among them lay an enigma that had haunted scientific minds for generations: the Fermi paradox. The question echoed relentlessly in her thoughts. If the universe was so vast and old, why had humanity found no evidence of other intelligent life? As the ship's engines hummed steadily, Maya recalled the early days of her career, when she first encountered the perplexing silence of the cosmos. Back then, every scientific paper, every late-night lecture, resonated with the unsettling notion that our solitude might be the universe's most deliberate secret. Maya's fascination with the paradox was born not only of professional curiosity, but also from a deeply personal need to understand humanity's place in the cosmic order. Growing up beneath the vast skies of rural New Mexico, she had spent countless nights lying on the cool desert floor, marveling at the stars and pondering if someone, somewhere, looked back at her with equal wonder. That same wonder, tempered by a scientist's rigorous logic, had driven her to pursue astrophysics. Now, aboard the Aurora, her lifelong quest was on the verge of an answer. The ship's mission was unprecedented: to track down and decode a series of mysterious radio bursts emanating from a distant star system, a signal whose engineered patterns hinted at a message from a long-extinct civilization. As the ship cruised through the interstellar medium, the corridors of the Aurora buzzed with quiet determination and underlying tension. Maya and her eclectic team of scientists and engineers, each chosen for their expertise and resilience, shared an unspoken understanding that their journey was not merely a technological expedition, but a pilgrimage into the unknown. Their conversations, often hushed and intense, revolved around the fine points of signal processing and the tantalizing possibility of encountering evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. The starboard windows revealed a universe both awe-inspiring and indifferent. Nebulae glowed with the vibrant hues of creation, while distant galaxies spun in silent majesty, each holding secrets that might one day reshape humanity's understanding of life itself. The deeper the Aurora ventured into uncharted space, the more palpable the dichotomy of hope and dread became. The ship's sensors, calibrated with the utmost precision, had locked onto the source of the radio bursts, a seemingly insignificant star system on the fringes of a spiral galaxy. Every data packet, every waveform analyzed by the ship's onboard supercomputers, reinforced the belief that these signals were not a product of natural phenomena, but were the deliberate handiwork of an advanced civilization. As Maya pored over the latest telemetry in the ship's observation bay, she felt a chill of anticipation mixed with trepidation. The signals exhibited patterns of repetition and mathematical precision that defied all known natural processes. It was as if the cosmos had left a breadcrumb trail, inviting humanity to follow in search of answers. The journey itself was a marvel of engineering and human ingenuity. The propulsion systems of the Aurora relied on cutting-edge fusion technology that, while pushing the boundaries of contemporary science, remained anchored in realistic physics. The crew often marveled at the way the ship harnessed the energy of subatomic particles, channeling it into thrusts that defied the slow passage of time. During the long stretches of travel, Maya spent hours in the observation dome, not only monitoring the data streams, but also indulging in quiet moments of reflection. She thought about the paradox, the idea that while the universe teemed with potentially habitable planets, the silence of the stars was a sign of either a tragic self-destruction of civilizations or an intentional cosmic quarantine. These musings were interwoven with her professional responsibilities. Every fluctuation in the signal's amplitude or any irregularity in its frequency prompted detailed analyses and fervent discussions with her colleagues. The closer the Aurora came to the source of the enigmatic signals, the more intricate the patterns revealed themselves to be. During one such analysis session, deep in the ship's sensor lab, the team uncovered a sequence that suggested a form of communication. an encoded message that appeared to be a record of a civilization's history and knowledge. The realization sent ripples of excitement through the crew, tempered by a profound awareness of the potential consequences. Could this be evidence of a once flourishing society that had vanished under mysterious circumstances? What catastrophic event or existential threat had befallen them, leaving behind nothing but echoes in the void? The scientific discussions grew more heated as theories were debated. Some argued that the civilization might have been decimated by a self-inflicted technological catastrophe, while others speculated about a cosmic phenomenon that indiscriminately extinguished life across vast distances. Maya found herself at the center of these debates, her mind oscillating between the rigor of scientific inquiry and the human instinct for connection. She remembered the late nights spent in cramped laboratories, poring over equations and data points, where every discovery was a step closer to understanding the great unknown. But now, with the weight of a potential revelation pressing on her, the stakes were immeasurably higher. The encoded signals, once dismissed as mere cosmic noise, were now the voice of an ancient civilization that had faced the same existential challenges that humanity now confronted. It was a humbling realization. The silence of the universe might be less a matter of absence and more a testament to the fragility of life and the harsh realities of cosmic existence. After weeks of meticulous analysis, the Aurora's instruments finally pinpointed the location of what appeared to be an artificial structure orbiting a dead planet, a relic of the civilization responsible for the radio bursts. The discovery was both exhilarating and ominous. The structure, a massive construct of alien engineering, floated silently in orbit, its surfaces weathered by millennia of cosmic radiation and the relentless passage of time. It was as if the very fabric of space had conspired to preserve a monument to a lost age of intelligence. As the crew prepared for the daring approach, a palpable tension filled the air. This was not a routine survey mission. It was a descent into a mystery that could redefine humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The landing maneuver was fraught with technical challenges. The Aurora's pilot navigated a treacherous field of space debris and gravitational anomalies surrounding the planet, while the engineering team monitored every fluctuation in the ship's systems with vigilant precision. Maya, along with a small team of explorers, descended in a sleek shuttle designed for extravehicular operations. The shuttle's fragile hull vibrated under the strain of cosmic forces, and every second felt like an eternity as they approached the enigmatic structure. When the shuttle finally docked with the relic, the explorers were met with a sight both awe-inspiring and disconcerting. A vast, labyrinthine complex of corridors and chambers, its architecture both alien and strangely familiar in its adherence to mathematical perfection. Inside, the explorers discovered relics of technology that defied conventional wisdom. Devices that once must have been the epitome of scientific achievement lay dormant, their functions inscrutable and their purposes lost to time. The air inside the structure was stale, carrying a faint metallic tang that hinted at the advanced materials used in its construction. Maya led the team through winding passageways, each step revealing more about the civilization that had built this cosmic archive. Every inscription on the walls, every holographic interface left behind, was a clue to the fate of a society that had once reached for the stars, only to succumb to its own limitations. The explorers worked methodically, documenting every detail with painstaking precision, aware that their findings could offer unprecedented insights into the Great Filter, a theoretical barrier that might explain why intelligent life was so scarce in the cosmos. As the team pieced together fragments of data, a narrative began to emerge. A story of a civilization that had flourished in a golden age of scientific enlightenment before encountering a series of catastrophic events. The relics suggested that the society had harnessed the power of energy on a scale that rivaled the stars, but with such power came the potential for destruction. In cryptic inscriptions and holographic recordings, the civilization had recorded its history, its achievements, and ultimately, its downfall. The message was clear yet deeply unsettling. In reaching the pinnacle of technological advancement, they had also unlocked forces that led to their undoing. The explorers debated the implications of this revelation. If the Great Filter had indeed claimed this civilization, what hope did humanity have in avoiding a similar fate? The philosophical and scientific implications were staggering, and as the team deliberated, a sense of foreboding settled over them. The relic was not merely a record of a bygone era. It was a warning encoded in the language of science and history. Amid the mounting tension, a sudden and unforeseen development rattled the crew. The Aurora's sensors detected an anomalous energy field emanating from the vicinity of the relic. At first, it appeared to be a natural cosmic phenomenon, a swirling vortex of charged particles and magnetic fields. But as the data accumulated, it became evident that this was no ordinary occurrence. The energy field exhibited characteristics that were deliberately engineered, suggesting it was a protective measure or perhaps a final message from the ancient civilization. Panic and urgency rippled through the team as the energy field began to destabilize the local spacetime, threatening not only the relic but also the approaching shuttle. In the shuttle's cramped control cabin, Maya's heart pounded as she coordinated with the ship's command center, issuing orders and formulating a plan to counteract the cosmic threat. The situation was a race against time, a desperate attempt to decode the relic's final message before the energy field reached a critical state that could spell disaster for the entire mission. In the midst of the crisis, Maya's mind raced as she sought to unravel the complex interplay of forces at work. The energy field seemed to act as a kind of cosmic firewall, a mechanism designed to repel any intruders from uncovering secrets too dangerous for the universe. With the help of the ship's top engineers and physicists, Maya initiated a series of calculations and simulations, attempting to predict the field's behavior and find a way to neutralize its destabilizing effects. The work was grueling and demanded every ounce of expertise and creativity the team could muster. Time blurred as hours stretched into an eternity. Every minute lost brought them closer to an irreversible cataclysm. Amid the chaos, Maya recalled the words of an old mentor who had once said that the universe, in its infinite complexity, often communicated through paradoxes and symbols. Perhaps this energy field was not simply a destructive force. It was a message, a final testament from a civilization that had perished under the weight of its own ambition. With no other choice, Maya and her team pushed forward with their analysis, decoding the intricate patterns of the energy field as if it were a language. Their efforts slowly began to bear fruit. Embedded within the chaotic flux were fragments of data, encoded with a precision that suggested an underlying order. It was as if the relic itself had been designed to speak to future generations, to warn them of the perils that lay in the unbridled pursuit of knowledge and power. The revelation struck Maya with a mix of dread and awe. The civilization that had built this monument had not only understood the mechanics of the universe, but had also foreseen the consequences of their technological reach. Their message was a solemn one. In the quest for cosmic understanding, there was a price to be paid, a price that might ultimately be too high for any species to bear. As the energy field's intensity reached a critical threshold, the team's frantic efforts culminated in a daring maneuver. Utilizing a combination of advanced computational models and real-time sensor data, Maya devised a plan to dampen the energy fluctuations. The solution involved a risky recalibration of the shuttle's shielding systems, which, if successful, would create a temporary window of stability long enough for the team to extract the encoded message from the relic. In a heart-stopping sequence of moments, the shuttle's systems were reconfigured. The delicate interplay of quantum fields and electromagnetic forces harnessed to defy the chaos of the energy field. The tension in the shuttle was palpable. Every crew member, from the pilot to the data analyst, was acutely aware that failure could result in catastrophic loss, not just of equipment, but of the invaluable knowledge that might illuminate the fate of countless civilizations. When the recalibration succeeded, there was a collective exhale of relief. The energy field's turbulence subsided, and for a brief moment, the relic's chambers were bathed in a steady, ambient glow. In that fragile calm, Maya and her team worked feverishly to extract every last bit of data encoded within the relic. What they discovered was nothing short of staggering. The message was a mosaic of images, equations, and philosophical musings, a detailed chronicle of a civilization's rise and fall. It described their technological triumphs, the harnessing of energies beyond comprehension, and the ultimate revelation that their greatest achievement had also sown the seeds of their destruction. The message was a somber reminder that intelligence and ambition, no matter how brilliant, were always shadowed by the specter of self-annihilation. In the quiet aftermath, as the team absorbed the enormity of what they had uncovered, Maya felt an overwhelming mix of emotions: grief for a lost civilization, gratitude for the opportunity to learn from their fate, and a profound sense of responsibility for the future of her own species. In the days that followed, the Aurora's crew found themselves locked in intense debates over what to do with this cosmic revelation. The encoded message presented a stark choice: share the warning with humanity, risking widespread panic and a potential self-fulfilling prophecy, or keep the discovery confined to the narrow circle of experts who might use it to steer Earth toward a more cautious and enlightened path. The decision was not merely a scientific dilemma, but a moral and existential one. Maya spent long hours in quiet contemplation, her thoughts filled with memories of starlit nights spent wondering if anyone else out there shared humanity's fragile spark of life. She recalled the countless discussions with her colleagues, where theoretical physics and philosophy merged into a single, coherent narrative about the nature of progress and the perils of unchecked ambition. In every conversation, the specter of the great filter loomed large. The idea that somewhere, hidden behind the shimmering veil of cosmic possibility, lay a universal barrier that decimated civilizations before they could fully realize their potential. The debate reached a fever pitch as the crew prepared to return to Earth. Some argued passionately that the truth must be revealed, that humanity deserved to know the full extent of the cosmic warning encoded in the relic. Others, however, cautioned that such knowledge could trigger a spiral of fear and inaction, undermining the very spirit of exploration that had driven humanity to the stars. Maya found herself torn between these two poles. On one hand, the encoded message was a gift, a treasure trove of scientific insight that could galvanize humanity to make the necessary changes to avert a similar fate. On the other hand, she recognized that the cosmos was indifferent to human ambition, and that the silence of the universe was, in many ways, a defense mechanism born of countless failures and lost civilizations. The decision, Maya realized, would shape the course of human history, influencing not only scientific progress, but the very survival of the species in a universe where the only certainty was uncertainty. Ultimately, Maya chose a path of cautious revelation. She resolved that the message would be shared, but only through a measured, deliberate process that emphasized the lessons of humility and restraint. In confidential meetings with the leading scientific and political minds on Earth, she presented the findings, not as a harbinger of doom, but as an opportunity for humanity to learn from the silent voices of the past. The revelation, while sobering, sparked a renewed commitment to global cooperation and sustainable exploration. Scientists, policymakers, and citizens alike were forced to confront the reality that the cosmos, for all its wonder, was also a realm of unforgiving laws and unpredictable hazards. In the years that followed, international efforts were redoubled to ensure that space exploration was conducted with a sense of humility and responsibility, guided by the wisdom gleaned from the relic of the lost civilization. As the Aurora made its long journey home, the atmosphere aboard the ship shifted from one of urgent discovery to reflective introspection. The crew, now bonded by the shared weight of cosmic knowledge, found solace in the understanding that the universe was as much a teacher as it was a mystery. Every star, every distant galaxy, was a reminder that progress was not measured solely by technological triumphs, but by the wisdom with which humanity chose to navigate the treacherous waters of existence. Maya often spent long hours at the observation dome, her eyes tracing the constellations that had once inspired her youthful dreams. In those moments of quiet reverie, She understood that the journey was not just about uncovering the secrets of an ancient civilization, but about forging a path for humanity that honored both ambition and caution. The return to Earth was greeted with a mixture of awe and apprehension. The scientific community was electrified by the revelations from the relic, yet the political landscape was rife with debates about the implications of the discovery. Some factions saw the message as a call to arms, a rallying cry to push forward with unbridled exploration and technological advancement. Others, however, warned that the encoded warning was a stark reminder of the perils that lay in wait for any civilization that dared to reach too far, too fast. In the midst of this tumult, Maya found herself at the center of a global dialogue, her measured tone and steadfast dedication to truth earning her both admiration and fierce opposition. The discussions were not confined to academic circles. They permeated public discourse, stirring existential debates on television, in newspapers, and across social media platforms. Humanity was forced to grapple with the uncomfortable possibility that the silence of the stars was not a cosmic void, but a warning sign of the inherent risks of intelligence and ambition. In her many interviews and public addresses, Maya spoke of the relic as a testament to both the potential and the fragility of life. She recounted the harrowing experience of standing before the alien structure, of witnessing firsthand the remnants of a civilization that had reached dazzling heights only to be undone by forces beyond their control. Yet she also emphasized that the message was not one of despair, but of cautious hope. A call for humanity to temper its ambitions with wisdom, to recognize that the universe's silence was as much an opportunity for reflection as it was a challenge to be overcome. Her words resonated deeply with a world that was, in many ways, at a crossroads. The encoded message had not only provided a scientific breakthrough, but had ignited a cultural renaissance, one in which the pursuit of knowledge was now inseparable from the imperative of self-preservation. As the days turned into weeks and months, the long-term impact of the discovery began to manifest. International collaborations on space exploration flourished, with new initiatives aimed at understanding not only the physical laws of the cosmos but also the ethical dimensions of technological progress. Educational programs were reformed to include a greater emphasis on the philosophy of science, inspiring a new generation of explorers to approach the universe with both wonder and humility. In laboratories and observatories around the world, researchers built on the insights gleaned from the relic, developing innovative technologies designed to probe the deep mysteries of space while ensuring that the lessons of the past were never forgotten. Throughout it all, Maya remained a steadfast advocate for balance, a belief that humanity's destiny was not preordained by the cosmos, but shaped by the choices made by individuals and societies. In quiet moments, she would sit by her window at home, gazing at the night sky and recalling the journey of the Aurora. The memories of that expedition, the adrenaline of discovery, the quiet terror of facing unknown cosmic forces, the profound revelations encoded in the ruins of an alien civilization, stayed with her, a constant reminder that every step forward carried both promise and peril. In the final analysis, the relic had achieved what few discoveries in human history had. It had forced humanity to confront its own limitations. The encoded message, a mosaic of scientific truths and philosophical insights, revealed that the silence of the universe was not an indictment of life's potential, but a call for introspection. Every civilization, no matter how advanced, was subject to the inexorable laws of nature, and in that humility lay the key to survival. The lessons of the ancient civilization echoed through the corridors of power and the halls of academia, a timeless reminder that progress, if unchecked, could be as dangerous as it was transformative. Now, as the world slowly adapted to this new paradigm, there was a palpable shift in the collective consciousness. The once relentless drive for expansion gave way to a more thoughtful, measured approach, one that recognized that the pursuit of knowledge was a double-edged sword. In boardrooms and lecture halls, in the quiet moments of personal reflection, people began to see that the cosmos was not a treasure trove waiting to be plundered, but a vast and mysterious mentor, offering both guidance and caution. Maya's journey aboard the Aurora had become a symbol of that realization, a story of human ambition, scientific inquiry, and the enduring need to understand not just the universe, but ourselves. In the end, as the Earth turned slowly in the cosmic night, a lone star shone with a quiet brilliance, a reminder that, despite the silence that had once dominated the cosmos, there was beauty in the unknown and strength in the resolve to learn from it. The encoded message, preserved within the relic and now shared with the world, was not merely a chronicle of a civilization's end, but a beacon for humanity's future. It spoke of the delicate balance between reaching for the stars and respecting the profound mysteries that lay hidden in the void, a balance that would ultimately determine the fate of all who dared to dream. And so, in that quiet revolution of thought and purpose, the legacy of the ancient civilization lived on. The warnings and wisdom encoded in their final creation had transcended the boundaries of time and space, igniting a transformation in humanity that would echo through the generations. As Dr. Maya Chen looked out at the night sky from her small, starlit balcony, she felt a profound connection to the vast, silent cosmos. The stars, once distant and unfeeling, had become messengers of hope and humility, a reminder that in the grand tapestry of the universe, every voice, no matter how faint, had a story worth listening to. In that moment, the answer to the Fermi paradox emerged not as a definitive statement of loneliness, but as an invitation to explore the delicate interplay of creation and destruction, ambition and restraint. The silence of the stars was not an absence of life, but a chorus of lessons, a testament to the beauty and peril of existence. And as humanity embarked on a new chapter of cautious exploration, guided by the echoes of a lost civilization, the future seemed both daunting and luminous, filled with the promise of discovery and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. The journey that had begun in the quiet solitude of interstellar space now resonated across the globe, a reminder that every scientific breakthrough carried with it a responsibility to honor the past while forging a better future. The encoded relic, once a silent monument in the void, had awakened a world to the fragile nature of progress. A progress that must be tempered by wisdom and guided by an understanding that every civilization, no matter how brilliant, was ultimately bound by the immutable laws of the cosmos. In the years that followed, as humanity expanded its reach into the depths of space, the lessons of the relic became the cornerstone of a new era of exploration. Institutions around the world established interdisciplinary programs that blended astrophysics with philosophy, ethics, and environmental stewardship. International space agencies collaborated on missions that prioritized not only scientific discovery, but also the long-term survival of the species. Every launch, every mission, was now imbued with a sense of reverence for the silent guardians of the cosmos, the ancient civilizations whose voices, though long silenced, had left an indelible mark on the human soul. Dr. Maya Chen's name became synonymous with that transformative period in history, a time when the boundaries between science and philosophy blurred, and the search for extraterrestrial life became a journey of self-discovery. Her reflections on the relic and the encoded message were studied in universities and discussed in global summits, serving as a constant reminder that the path to enlightenment was paved with both triumph and sacrifice. And in her quiet moments, as she contemplated the mysteries of the universe, Maya found solace in the knowledge that humanity's quest for understanding was an endless journey. A journey that, despite its challenges, held the promise of uniting all who dared to dream under the same vast, unyielding sky. In the end, the silence of the cosmos was no longer a void of despair, but a canvas upon which humanity could paint a future defined by wisdom, resilience, and hope. The encoded relic, a silent testament to a civilization's rise and fall, had become a guiding light, a beacon in the darkness that illuminated the way forward. And as the Earth orbited its star, bathed in the gentle glow of countless distant suns, humanity moved forward with a newfound humility, ever mindful that the greatest mysteries were not found in the noise of progress, but in the quiet spaces between the stars.